Chosen one, something is shifting, and you are not here by accident. If you are watching this, it is because the timing of your presence aligns with a larger movement taking place both within and around you. This is not a coincidence. This is a scheduled moment of awareness, one that brings attention to an unfolding transformation that has been set in motion long before today. Shift is occurring that goes beyond what the eye can perceive. It is rooted in divine order and spiritual preparation. You may have sensed it, an uneasiness, an expectancy, or perhaps a quiet but growing anticipation. These are not random feelings. They are signals, indicators that your life is reaching a pivotal threshold. What you have long prayed for, worked toward, or even quietly hoped would come to pass is not delayed. It is approaching, and not subtly. It is moving forward with clear momentum. This moment is not about hype or sensationalism. It is a realization that a long-standing preparation is about to meet its appointed fulfillment. The alignment taking place is not dependent on your popularity, connections, or credentials. It is based solely on divine timing and spiritual positioning. What is arriving is not the result of chance or effort alone. It is the manifestation of what has been spoken over your life, even when no one else understood. You are being asked to step into full awareness of your current position, not as a spectator of change, but as an active participant in it. This process has been deliberate. Every delay, setback, or closed door you have experienced was not arbitrary. It was strategic, designed to strengthen areas that were not yet ready for the weight of what is to come. You were not overlooked. You were being aligned, and now, the shift begins. Your environment may begin to feel unfamiliar, even if you have not moved. Familiar conversations may no longer feel fulfilling. Daily routines may seem strangely out of sync. This is not confusion. It is recalibration. Your inner world is expanding into a future your mind has not fully caught up with. You are not losing control. You are being pulled toward a higher version of yourself. During this time, you may experience dreams, symbols, repeated numbers, or moments of silence that feel unusually significant. These are not accidents. They are messages, communications designed to prepare you without overwhelming you. Your discernment is being sharpened. Your sensitivity is not a liability. It is a leadership tool. This growth is not occurring to isolate you, but to separate you for purpose. What once satisfied no longer does, because your soul recognizes that something greater is forming. This is not emotional instability. It is spiritual conditioning. Your focus is shifting from survival to readiness. 4. Many, this stage feels quiet. There is less applause, fewer visible rewards. Yet this is where the most significant transformation happens. You are being developed privately so that when elevation comes, you will not be undone by visibility. The long seasons of waiting, the quiet sacrifices, and the decisions you made when no one was watching, these were the foundation. What follows next is not incremental. It is significant. When it happens, it will be unmistakable. You may notice opportunities forming where none existed. Connections emerging seemingly out of nowhere. Systems that once resisted your presence will now seem to adjust to accommodate your arrival. This is not due to sudden popularity. It is the result of divine orchestration. You have not suddenly become qualified. You have always been chosen. And now, that selection is being revealed. For some, the transformation will be so evident that it will raise questions. People may wonder where this version of you came from. They may ask how such progress occurred so rapidly. And the truth is, there will be no natural explanation that satisfies those questions. What they will see is not the result of effort alone, but the result of being prepared in unseen ways. You did not force your way into the moment. You were formed for it, This alignment does not arrive because you were flawless. It arrives because you were faithful. While others moved quickly through stages of life, you remained committed, even when the road stretched longer than expected. You did not abandon your integrity. You chose growth over shortcuts. And that choice is now being honored, as this shift unfolds. It will not only change your circumstances, it will elevate your perspective. It will allow you to look back and understand why certain doors had to remain closed, why particular relationships ended, and why waiting was essential. This clarity will bring peace, not because everything is perfect, but because you finally see purpose where there once was only pain. There will be a sense of undeniable movement spiritually, emotionally, and practically. Where you once felt stagnant, momentum will return. Where you once lacked direction, clarity will emerge. This is not an illusion. It is divine timing at work. Chosen one, your season of waiting is concluding. The silence you experienced was never neglect. It was protection. You were being shielded from premature exposure. You were not forgotten. You were being formed. Now, what was once hidden is about to be revealed, not to impress others, but to fulfill purpose. You will no longer be defined by what you endured, but by how you rise. The spotlight you step into will not be for ego. It will be for impact. Your story, once private, will become public not for fame, but to serve as evidence. You are not just a recipient of breakthrough. You are becoming the breakthrough for others. This shift will influence not just your life, but the lives of those connected to you. Your family, your work, your community, they will all experience the overflow of what has been set in motion. You are not simply being blessed. You are becoming a vessel of blessing. It will be visible. It will be clear. And it will not require explanation. Those who once dismissed you will have to acknowledge the shift. Not out of obligation, but because. The change will be undeniable. You will not have to argue your case or prove your worth. The fruit of your journey will speak on your behalf. What was once your test will now become your testimony. As doors begin to open, do not question whether you belong. You do. You have been prepared for this. The alignment you are walking into is not accidental. It is intentional. It is the result of obedience, discipline, and divine scheduling. This is not a moment to shrink. It is a moment to stand boldly, clearly, purposefully. You are not being elevated for comfort. You are being elevated for calling. And that calling is not fragile. It is fortified. There will be moments when you feel the magnitude of what's ahead. Don't let it intimidate you. Let it remind you that what's coming is greater than what you're leaving behind. You don't need to revert to an old version of yourself to feel safe. The new version is ready. The new season requires the fully awakened, fully engaged, fully aligned version of you. That's who you are now. This transformation will require boundaries. You may need to reevaluate certain habits, commitments, or relationships that are not aligned with this new phase. That's not disloyalty. That's clarity. You are not discarding people. You are distinguishing what aligns with your assignment. And with that clarity will come peace. Peace that is not dependent on external validation. Peace that comes from knowing you are exactly where you are meant to be. This is the moment where preparation meets purpose, where silent seasons turn into spoken proof, where invisible strength becomes visible impact. This is the unveiling, and it's only the beginning. The unveiling, chosen one, does not mean the absence of challenge. In fact, it introduces a different kind of responsibility. Now that your presence carries spiritual weight, your consistency matters more than ever. The environments you walk into, the conversations you engage in, and the thoughts you entertain, these are no longer casual. They are all part of the system that either protects or weakens your spiritual frequency. What you once tolerated in immaturity must now be evaluated through the lens of responsibility. This is not about being better than others. It's about being aware that not everything deserves your energy. You are a carrier of something sacred, and as such, your discernment must increase accordingly. You may begin to notice this shift in subtle ways. Places that once felt familiar may now feel out of sync. Conversations that once entertained you may now feel draining. Activities that once distracted you now feel like detours. This is your internal system alerting you to your new standard. Not to create guilt, but to establish alignment. And as your alignment grows stronger, so does your influence. Not necessarily in numbers, but in depth. A single conversation from you may shift someone's perspective. A brief presence may calm a situation. This is what spiritual impact looks like. It is not always loud, but it is always effective. This effectiveness requires you to become disciplined. The elevation you're stepping into is not sustained by excitement. It's sustained by structure. Daily spiritual rhythms, reflection, prayer, clarity of thought, integrity in action are the anchors that hold your progress in place. Without them, the pressure of visibility can displace your inner peace. Discipline in this season is not punishment, it's preservation. The divine isn't asking for your perfection. It's asking for your participation in the maintenance of your alignment. As the chosen one, your impact is tied to your ability to remain centered, even when distractions increase. The distractions will come. Not because you're failing, but because you're rising. The closer you get to divine influence, the more resistance you may encounter. This is not a sign to retreat. It is confirmation that you're moving in the right direction. Don't misinterpret spiritual resistance as misalignment. Sometimes it's proof that you've shifted realms, that your presence is disrupting what was previously unchallenged, that your words are cutting through confusion, that your alignment is irritating environments built on chaos. Stand firm in these moments. You don't need to raise your voice. You don't need to argue your truth. You simply need to remain aligned. Alignment speaks louder than defense. It reveals what is real without needing explanation. In this season, divine will also test your humility. Opportunities may come that appear larger than what you expected. Doors may open that exceed what you prayed for. In those moments, remember your source. You are not being promoted because of manipulation or strategy. You are being positioned because of obedience. Stay grounded in that awareness. Let every new opportunity become a platform for service, not self-exaltation. Use your voice to build, not to dominate. Use your influence to heal, not to impress. The chosen one is not called to mimic the patterns of the world, but to model a new standard. This model will be watched closely. Not everyone will cheer. Some will question. Others will criticize. And a few will attempt to discredit. Do not internalize this as failure. Understand it as spiritual exposure. When light enters dark spaces, resistance is inevitable. Your task is not to convert skeptics. Your task is to continue building, to continue living in alignment, to continue operating in the grace you've been given. Let the fruit of your life speak louder than the opinions of observers. This consistency becomes your covering. Your ability to remain authentic in every room, under every light, and during every season, that's what confirms your maturity. It's not about how loudly you proclaim your calling. It's about how quietly you execute it. As this process unfolds, you'll be surprised by how naturally things begin to align. Connections that once required effort now happen organically. Doors that once required pushing now swing open with ease. This isn't because everything is suddenly easy. It's because you're no longer NISRELIGNED. You are walking in rhythm with your assignment. This rhythm may pull you away from what's trending. It may lead you towards solitude when the world is chasing noise. That's part of the refinement. Not all movement is progress. Not all attention is purpose. You are not called to echo what's common. You're called to carry what's sacred. In the coming weeks, you may begin to feel the pull toward new instructions, projects, platforms, relationships, or responsibilities. Listen carefully. The divine doesn't always repeat itself. When you receive the instruction, act on it. Not out of fear, but out of trust. If you wait for comfort, you may miss the window. This is the phase where the chosen one becomes the leader, not by title, but by presence. People begin to look to you for guidance, even if you don't have a formal role. They recognize something in you. Not perfection, but clarity. Not control, but calm. Not performance, but presence. You become the evidence that inner peace is possible. That transformation is real. That obedience to divine instruction bears fruit. And as you walk in this evidence, you begin to see the larger purpose of your journey. The delays, the silence, the closed doors, the pruning, it all becomes clear. You are not just being saved from the wrong path. You were being formed for the right one. Now, everything starts to make sense. The divine did not withhold blessings out of cruelty. It delayed access out of protection. What you are stepping into now is not just a reward, it's a responsibility. You are not entering this season for your own fulfillment alone. You are entering it to fulfill a larger assignment. And the world is waiting, not for someone perfect, but for someone prepared. That's who you are. The chosen one. Prepared in silence, refined in private, aligned in obedience. And now revealed in purpose. You may not feel ready every day. That's normal. Readiness isn't a feeling, it's a decision. You choose to show up. You choose to align. You choose to trust. That's how transformation becomes sustainable. So as you move forward, remember, this is not about having all the answers. It's about walking with the awareness that you've been called to carry something greater, something sacred, something lasting. Let your decisions reflect that awareness. Let your posture reflect that peace. Let your life reflect that clarity. And let your presence confirm what has already been declared. You are the chosen one. This season will not break you. It will establish you. This shift will not confuse you. It will elevate you. This alignment will not limit you. It will release you. So move forward. Not with fear, but with quiet authority. You are not just stepping into a moment. You are stepping into your mantle. The assignment is real. And so are you. Chosen one, you have reached the end of the message, but not the end of your journey. What you've heard, received, and confirmed in the previous parts was not information to remember. It was a spiritual alignment to embody. This final part is not about new instructions, but about transformation through reflection. It's about integrating what has been revealed so that you don't just understand the message, you live it. The divine shift you are walking through is not isolated. It is part of a larger tapestry of movement occurring in the lives of many others like you. Across the world, individuals are quietly waking up to their purpose, stepping away from cycles that no longer serve them, and moving into a version of themselves that is clearer, quieter, and more intentional. You are part of this pattern. You are not strange for sensing more. You are not alone for desiring depth. You are simply becoming more of what you were always meant to be. There's a responsibility in this knowing. Once your eyes are opened, you cannot go back to blindness. Once your awareness expands, shrinking becomes uncomfortable. This discomfort isn't punishment, it's direction. It means you are now accountable for the clarity you've received. So what does this look like in your daily life? First, it looks like internal consistency. Your thoughts, your words, your values, and your actions must now align. This doesn't mean perfection, but it does mean intentionality. Every decision you make either supports your alignment or disrupts it. There are no neutral choices in this season. The food you consume, the content you engage with, the people you speak to, and the thoughts you entertain. These all play a role in either reinforcing or weakening your foundation. You may begin to notice when you drift from alignment. It could be a rise in anxiety, a sense of urgency that feels unnatural, a sudden confusion after a conversation. These are not failures. They are indicators. Your spirit is now trained to recognize misalignment faster than before. Use these moments not as excuses for self-criticism, but as prompts to realign. Second, this embodiment looks like purpose-driven boundaries. You will no longer be able to say yes to every request, opportunity, or connection. Not because you are better than others, but because you now understand your bandwidth. Your energy is sacred. You've spent years investing in healing, clarity, and transformation. That internal wealth must now be protected. Some people may not understand this shift. They may accuse you of becoming distant or difficult. But you must stay grounded. You are not abandoning anyone. You are honoring your assignment. And sometimes that requires space. Your boundaries are not rejection, they are direction. They guide others toward who you truly are, not who you were when you were operating from survival. Third, living this message means embracing your evolving identity. You are not who you used to be, and you are still discovering new parts of yourself. This unfolding can feel unfamiliar. At times, you may miss old habits, environments, or connections, simply because they were comfortable. But comfort is not always confirmation. Familiarity can sometimes become a cage. You are being called to embrace the unknown, not as a threat, but as a doorway. The unknown is where the next layer of your assignment will be revealed. It's where divine ideas will be planted, where new relationships will form, where your creativity will expand. Don't fear what you can't predict. Trust what you are. Prepare for dot. The divine is not asking you to know every detail. It is asking you to stay aligned while the details unfold. Fourth, your walk now includes active stillness. This is not passivity, but presence. It's the ability to remain spiritually anchored, even when everything around you is shifting. In this season, peace becomes your compass. If something disrupts your peace, examine it. If something restores your peace, lean into it. Stillness allows you to hear more clearly. It trains your spirit to discern divine timing without forcing outcomes. In the stillness, clarity rises. Instructions are heard. And confidence is built not in your abilities, but in your alignment. Stillness is not about doing less. It's about doing what matters most. Fifth, this message becomes real when you begin to model it for others, not by preaching, but by living. Your relationships will notice the difference. Your work will reflect it. Your choices will start setting a new standard, not because you're trying to prove anything, but because truth is visible even when unspoken. This doesn't mean you're better than anyone. It means you've chosen to walk in truth. And that choice will naturally challenge people. Some will be drawn to it. Others may resist it. Your job is not to control their reaction. Your job is to remain consistent. In time, your life will speak louder than any explanation you could ever offer. Sixth, your spiritual rhythm now becomes a lifestyle. Reflection, prayer, journaling, silence, and spiritual study are not occasional activities. They are daily anchors. These are the practices that keep you from drifting. When life becomes noisy, these rhythms pull you back. When opportunities come quickly, these rhythms slow you down just enough to make wise decisions. You are no longer guided by urgency or fear. You are led by peace, clarity, and trust. Lastly, this embodiment leads to legacy. Not the kind measured in numbers or followers, but the kind that ripples through generations. When you live in alignment, you break cycles, emotional, spiritual, and relational. You heal patterns that others accepted as normal. You build foundations that others will stand on long after you're gone. Legacy is not about being remembered. It's about creating something that continues even when you're no longer present. This is what it means to be chosen. Not just to receive a message, but to carry it. Not just to awaken once, but to stay awake. To live with eyes open, spirit grounded, and purpose active. And now that you know what is required, what will you do? Will you honor what you've heard? Will you embody what you've received? Will you align your daily life with the truth that has been confirmed? Because if you do, if you walk forward with clarity, if you move with wisdom, if you protect your peace and nurture your growth, you will not just experience the benefits of transformation. You will become the evidence of it. Your peace will be proof. Your boundaries will be proof. Your wisdom will be proof. Your stillness will be proof. Your presence will carry a weight that cannot be explained by education, title, or status. It will be clear. You've been with the divine. You've walked through the fire. You've passed through the silence. And now, you're living in the clarity that was once just a prayer. This is the walk of the chosen one. Not loud, but certain. Not flawless, but faithful. Not rushed, but rooted. So walk in it. Live it. Protect it. Share it only when instructed. And never forget. The journey wasn't just about arrival. It was about becoming. You have become. And now, you walk forward, not just carrying the message, but being the message. Let your life speak. Chosen one, now that you've reached the end of this message, pause for a moment, not to rush away, but to reflect on what has just taken place. You didn't simply listen to a video. You aligned with a message that carried the frequency of your own transformation. What you heard resonated because it already lives inside you. You've been walking through a season of growth, of transition, of becoming, quietly, consistently. And now, you've received confirmation that you are not behind, not overlooked, not lost. You are aligned. This isn't just content to consume. It's a reminder of your calibration, a map of your maturity, an affirmation that what you've been sensing internally is not a coincidence, it's clarity. A spiritual shift is taking place in your life, and you are not just witnessing it. You are part of it. So here's the next step. Don't leave this space unchanged. Take a moment and declare what has been confirmed. Type it in the comments below. Speak it out loud in your room. Write it down in your journal. Whatever method you choose, mark this moment. Claim your clarity. Let it be recorded by your own awareness that something inside you shifted today. If the message confirmed your alignment, type this phrase in the comments. I am walking in divine rhythm. This declaration isn't about performance. It's not for anyone else to validate. It's for you to register what your spirit already knows. You've crossed into a new stage. You've exited survival mode. You've released what no longer aligns. You are stepping into your next chapter with clarity, calm, and confirmation. Now, if this message resonated with you deeply, and if you felt a sense of peace, truth, and groundedness, then this space was created for you. It's not an accident that you found this channel, and it's not a coincidence that this message met you at this exact time. This is spiritual timing. Take the next step and subscribe to this channel. Not as a passive viewer, but as an intentional participant in your own alignment. When you subscribe, you're making a commitment to stay connected to clarity, to stay close to wisdom, to keep walking in rhythm. The messages here are not designed for entertainment. They're created for empowerment. Every script is built with discernment, with care, and with the awareness that someone like you is navigating a path that requires real answers, not noise. Subscribing ensures that these moments of insight don't get lost in the chaos of your feed. It keeps you anchored. Repeated alignment, especially in today's noisy world, requires consistency. When you subscribe, You're choosing consistency over confusion. And don't just subscribe, engage intentionally. Every comment you leave, every message you share, every reflection you contribute, it adds to the strength of this spiritual space. You're not just another viewer. You are part of a collective movement of clarity seekers, of chosen ones stepping into full embodiment, of awakened spirits ready to walk without shame, fear, or delay. If you know someone who's going through a silent transformation, someone who's withdrawing from old patterns, rethinking their path, or quietly craving answers, share this message with them. Your one act of sharing could be the very confirmation they've been praying for. You never know who needs this message until you share it. Let this space become more than just a channel. Let it become part of your spiritual support system, a digital reminder of what you're capable of, a place where you are reminded that stillness is strength, clarity is power, and obedience is never wasted. Many of you have been walking in quiet preparation for years. And now, as doors begin to open, as clarity begins to rise, it is essential that you surround yourself with guidance that strengthens, not distracts, that affirms, not confuses, that aligns, not entertains.